Hi, it's Richard Jacobs from Speakeasy Marketing again. This is part 3 in the 5-part series on how to Google-proof your website. So the next time Google throws a temper tantrum, changes its algorithm, and decides to take away all your web business, you'll know how to prevent it and fight against it. In this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of links, backlinks they're also called, links to your website from other websites. All right, what is a link? Have you ever been on the web and you've clicked on that blue underlined text and it's taken you to a new page or a new website? Well, that's a link. And the reason why this is important is when someone Googles something, Google has to decide, who am I going to show in the first position search result, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the 500th, the 10,000th. So what Google does is it sorts and sifts through all the sites available for a particular Google search, and it ranks them and it sorts them. How does it know that one site is better than another? Well, one of the factors which we've talked about a lot is content. How much content is there on a site? How interesting that content is. Another factor is how many people visit this website and do they stay there for more than a few seconds? Google knows this. It can watch this. So if people come to your site and they leave after 2 seconds, that's not a healthy site. Third major factor is links. How popular is your site? How many other sites have linked to your site? Think about it. Why would a website link to your site? Why would they want people to click on it and go to your site from their site? It's because, this is what Google thinks, it's a vote of confidence for you. They're vouching for your site. They're saying this site is a resource. That's why I'm putting a link there so people can click it and go to that site. So the more links you have from good places, the more authoritative your site is, the stronger it is, the more that Google is going to show you for more things that people will Google, more keywords. The higher up it'll show you when people do Google those things. So that's why links are so important. And links have to make sense. If you're an attorney and you get a link from an ice cream store, it makes no sense. Why would they link to you? But if you're an attorney and you have a link from another attorney, let's say in another state, well, that makes more sense. Or if you have a link from the state bar, or if you have a link from a local newspaper that did an ad on you, all these make sense. Or if it's a directory of attorneys. And what Google does is it uses a computer to look at links because it has to look at billions and trillions of them. But every once in a while, they'll have a human review a site and review the sites that link to it. And if you fail the sniff test, like this link doesn't make sense, why would you have it? What they can do is put a pillow over the link's face and smother its value to your site. And what will happen is your site will drop in the rankings and you'll get less traffic. That'll mean less phone calls and less business. You don't want that to happen. So it's very important to build links to your site, but to do it in the right way. Do it slowly, carefully, get links that make sense, that aren't junk. You know, you don't want to get 500 links in a month or 1,000 links or even, 100 links in a month. Again, that's not natural behavior. People they don't all of a sudden, hundreds of them en masse link to a site, especially an attorney site, no offense, but they got to have good reasons for it. So when you have your SEO company or your in-house person or whoever building links for you, first of all, it has to be done. You got to get links to your site, because the more you get, the stronger your site will get and the more it'll show up. Second of all, you got to keep an eye and watch and make sure that these links make sense and they're not junk. Okay? Very, very important. If you have very few links but a lot of content, your site's very lopsided. It won't do very well. If you have not a lot of content, not a lot of links, then you're dead in the water. You get nothing. If you have tons of links and they're junk, you're a time bomb. One day Google's going to come, review the site, and just kill it. You lose all your traffic. So this is something that's ongoing. It's got to be done. It's got to be done right, and that's the importance of it. All right, in the next video, I'm going to tie all these factors together, and I'm going to show you how they contribute to give a vulnerability level or assessment on what will happen when Google makes its next change. Google lately has been updating its algorithm at least every 6 months majorly. And if your site is lopsided or something's out of whack, you're going to wake up one day and, again, crickets, no phone calls, no nothing. It's happened. I've gotten a lot of calls from attorneys. You don't want that to happen to you. So you look forward to that in the next video. Take care.